What? Bruh, there's no way we're catching that. There's no way we're catching that. It is time! What is up, guys? My name is Astroid and welcome back to the next series on the channel. Here we are for our Pokemon Y Randomizer Egglocke. I am so freaking excited, but before we get started, make sure to go ahead, hit that like button if you guys are hyped. Now, there are a lot of things to talk about here, and I do recommend you guys watch the entirety of this video. I know it's probably going to be a long video because what we have to do in order to get this started is we have to get to the first PC in this game. Now, unfortunately, you don't get to the first PC until way late in the game. Like, you have to get through Sandalwood Forest and then get all the way to the first town before you can have access to a PC. I'm probably gonna end up cutting some of that out just because I don't want this episode to be like an hour long. Anyways, though, I'm going to be explaining all the Egglocke rules here momentarily. Momentarily, I can speak. And also, towards the very end of this video, after we finish with the gameplay aspects, we're going to be going over to my desktop, and I'm going to be showing you guys how to simply and easily submit your eggs for this series. Now, with that being said, if you guys don't know me, my name is Astroid. How are you guys doing? Welcome to the channel. I create daily high-quality Pokemon content, and I love doing it. Anyways, though, let's get straight into this. I'm so freaking hyped, man. I have never done an Egglocke, but I've always wanted to do one. I've always wanted to do one. And the main reason why I never did it up until now is mainly because I was just nervous, you know? Like, you don't want to start an Egglocke and then have nobody send you eggs. But now I think we're finally at that point where you guys will come through with the support and we'll be able to get this series started. I am Augustine Sycamore, the Kalos region's very own Pokemon professor. Yes. I don't know where that voice came from. This world of ours is widely inhabited by creatures known as Pokemon. You know, it happens. Happens on a daily basis. These mysterious creatures can be found in every corner of our world. Nah, not just corners. Sometimes they're in circular areas as well. Some run across the plains, others fly through the skies. Wow, I did not read that. We live together with these Pokemon, lending our strength to one another to live and prosper. I love this game so much. It's gonna be so good. It's gonna be so good. So, are we a boy or are we a girl? I mean, last time I checked, I was a guy, but I don't know. Who knows? And what do you look like? I would say I probably most look like the blondish one. My hair is definitely not like a darkish like that. So we're gonna go ahead and go with the blonde kid here. Oh, I see. Would you tell me your name? By the way, I should probably put the disclaimer here. I am very bad at voice acting. So if you came here expecting some great voices, you did not come to the right place. Oh my goodness. The hype is just so overwhelming, man. It's gonna be crazy. This series is gonna be insane. So I'm gonna start explaining all the rules and stuff in a sec. Let's just get this basic, introductory stuff out of the way. Tres Bien, what a fantastic name. What does Tres Bien mean? I don't know what that means. I've played this game like literally, I think this is like my 12th time playing this game, and I have no idea what that means. I gotta like Google Translate that. I don't even know, man. This beautiful cutscene. Let's go. Hi, Fletchling. Man, remember like when this game first came out, and like this was just the craziest thing. Like for a Pokemon game to be this detailed and have these crazy camera angles and cutscenes, it just was unheard of. And then of course Sun and Moon comes out, blows this out of the water. Oh man, I miss the chibi characters. Cause like in Sun and Moon, now they're like full sized, you know? Alright, let's go ahead and change out of our pajamas. So first and foremost, this is an Egglocke. Now what an Egglocke is, it is a regular Nuzlocke, the 3 basic Nuzlocke rules as you guys already know. If a Pokemon dies, it's considered dead and you must box it in the PC. You must catch the first Pokemon on each route or each new area, and that's the only Pokemon you can catch, you must use that. And then the third rule is every single Pokemon must be nicknamed. Now, the Egglocke portion of that adds a bit of a twist. What we're going to be doing here is we're going to be allowing you guys to send in Pokemon via eggs and via the email that I have linked down below in the description. I'll explain how to make the Pokemon, and I'll explain everything towards the end of the video. So you guys will be able to submit eggs to me, and then those eggs are going to be put into our PC box for the next episode. And then basically what happens is every time we catch a new Pokemon on a new route, we swap out that Pokemon that we caught for something that you guys sent in. So hopefully that makes sense. I'm sure it'll make sense as we continue on. And I am going to skip some of this dialogue because honestly, nobody really cares about this dialogue. And I would read it, but I'm kind of short on time here. Like, I don't want this episode to be a freaking hour long. And as you guys already know, we have to literally get over to Sandaloon. Actually, I don't know the name of the city. We have to get to the first town. Not this town, the next town, in order for us to be good to go for the next episode. So, hey Astroid, this way over here. Yas. I will give them voices and I will like read their lines, but just for this episode, I'm going to be skipping some of it, just because we are kind of crunched for time. That was a long introduction. Anyways, now we gotta decide a nickname. What do we name ourselves? Like, what do we do for the nickname? Actually, do you know what I should have done? Honestly, I totally forgot these nicknames existed. Little A, because usually what I end up doing is I name my actual character Astroid Mania, and then I have the nickname be Astroid. But this, I had the main name be Astroid, so now I don't know what to do. You know what? I got the perfect name. Spy. Yo, it fits perfectly. It was meant to be. It was meant to be. So if you guys... What? Okay, I was gonna say it's meant to be. If you guys don't get the reference, my friend Vinny, in our Soul Links that we do together, he always calls me the Bloody Spider, and it's kind of become like an on-running nickname for me on the channel and stuff. So I figured it would be a good thing to name myself. I guess not. Game Freak doesn't agree. I'm gonna put 2 zeros and see if that fixes it. Okay, we're gonna be Bloody Spider. He wants to call you Bloody Spider. Yes, I do. I could not have came up with a better nickname. That's the best nickname I could have thought of. This is gonna be a good series. I already know it. So also, I should probably mention this game is randomized. Now, you guys may be wondering, Astroid, what's the point in randomizing it if you're gonna be taking the Pokemon you catch anyway and swapping them out for eggs? Well, here's why. Having the wild Pokemon randomized makes it a lot more difficult to catch the Pokemon we need to be able to swap out for eggs in the PC. Like, say, if we encounter a Charizard in Route 1, that's going to be a lot more difficult to catch than, say, a Scatterbug would have been. So I decided to randomize the wild Pokemon for that reason alone. And also, of course, with the trainer's Pokemon being randomized, that's going to prove to be difficult as well. So that's where the randomizer comes in. Unfortunately, you can't randomize the starters. So that's why this is just the average, typical starters. We're going to be choosing Froakie here because I love Froakie. There's really no other reason behind it. And we are going to be swapping out this Froakie for an egg. So no matter what we catch in these upcoming routes, we will unfortunately not be able to use any of them. And they're going to be swapped out for eggs. So we're going to go ahead and nickname it something interesting. You know what? I think we're just going to name all the Pokemon we catch in this game just Token. That way we can easily tell which Pokemon are going to be tokens to swap out for eggs, and which Pokemon are actually going to be our teammates. So there we go. We have my boy Token, the nice and powerful Froakie. And also, I feel like Froakie will be pretty useful, because we're going to have to be using non-egg Pokemon for the beginning portion of this game. As I said, up until the first official town with the Pokemon Center. So we're going to be stuck with these Pokemon. We might as well choose the best Pokemon we could possibly find. And I'm not saying Chespin and Fennekin are bad. I love them as well, but Froakie's just up there, man. Froakie is just amazing. Alright, so we got the professor's letter. And now we got to go ahead and give that to our mom? No. Yeah, no, we have to give that to our mom, right? Alright. Man, it's been such a long time, though, since I have played this game. I know I said I've played it like 12 times, but the last time I played it was probably over a year ago. So I'm really excited for this. Bloody Spider, wait! Yes! So her Pokemon is going to be randomized. Now, unfortunately, I do already know what it is because I was doing some tests before this. But luckily, this is the only randomized Pokemon that I knew of. So she does have an Absol, which is a little bit wild. But yeah, I promise I'm going into this blind. It's just I was doing a few tests to make sure all the technicalities were worked out. And I did see she had an Absol, so I apologize for that. But I promise from now on, everything is going to be perfectly new to me. So we're going to go and go for the bubble. I'm pretty sure we're going to lose here, but it does not matter if we lose. Because as you guys already know, the Nuzlocke does not start until you get Pokeballs. And in this case, the Nuzlocke is not going to officially start until we get our eggs. So this first episode is going to be kind of like just us getting to the Pokemon Center, and that's kind of going to be it. But this episode should still be pretty interesting because it's going to show you guys how to submit eggs, and also it's going to be good for, you know, seeing the encounters that we're going to get that will be swapped out for the eggs. So in terms of the eggs, there's one more thing I want to mention. There is a duplicate clause in effect. So say, for example, we get a Lapras from an egg. We can go ahead and use that Lapras, but then if we get another Lapras, we have the option of using something else and grabbing a different egg. So I'd recommend, you know, not sending in a bunch of the same Pokemon, because odds are if we do use that Pokemon, it's going to be the only one that we use. So we're going to go ahead, go tell our mom that we're going to be running away from home, being a bad little boy, and escaping this really, really ugly town. Actually, it's a really beautiful town. I take that back. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, whatever town this is. So, what did you and the neighbor kids end up doing? Oh, you know, drugs. Just the usual. Wait, 1 second, Astroid. Is that a Pokeball you have there? You got your very own Pokemon. Lucky you. How about that? You're a Pokemon trainer now, too. Congratulations. Huh? A letter for me? I love this part of the game. It says it's from somebody named Sycamore. What could it be? A love letter? Ellipses? Wow, what lovely handwriting. What do we have here? A request? Oh, I see. We barely unpacked and all kinds of exciting things are happening. Okay, let's get you and Froakie ready for your journey. So also I want to mention, and hopefully you guys have noticed it by now, but I want this series to be a lot more highly edited. You guys know for Pokemon Moon, a lot of it was pretty just a very vanilla experience. But for a game like X and Y that we've all played 1,000 times, I want to try and, you know, put a lot more editing into this series, make it exciting, make it hype, kind of like what I do with the Soul Links. So look forward to that as well. Yes, I know how to use a town map, Mom. That's my boy! And she's still telling us how to use it despite us saying that we know how to use it. Come on, Mom, who do you think I am? Who do you think I am? Alright, I like how it's nighttime, by the way. I like how it's nighttime, it's nice and peaceful. What a great time of day to be starting off on an adventure. Roll! Ha, what a card. Who says that anymore? She sounds like she's straight out of the 80s. Get out of here. I mean, to be fair, she probably is. She's probably like 40. I don't know, maybe 30 something. She looks kind of young. She looks kind of, I don't know. Is there a canon age for her? I doubt it. Anyways, Vanderbilt Pathway. So we're almost going to be getting our first encounter here, which is a little bit wild. It is going to be randomized, but it sucks that we're not going to be able to use whatever we get. Those are the Egglocke rules, but at least we're going to be able to use it up until we get to that town. So whatever Pokemon we get right now, we are able to use, because obviously we have nothing else to use. It sucks that you can't access a PC right away. Like, that'd be so... that would be so easy. But Game Freak doesn't like to make it easy on us. So that's a Pidgey. Now, if you guys don't know, a Pidgey always shows up. So that doesn't mean the game isn't randomized. The game definitely is randomized. It's just that the Pidgey is pretty much static. You always get a Pidgey, so... let's see what else we can get. We don't have balls yet, so this doesn't count as our first encounter, but... what? Bruh, there's no way we're catching that. There's no way we're catching that. If you think we're catching that, you are lying to yourself. Holy crap. We're never gonna get a Route 1 encounter. This thing is never getting in a ball. I cannot believe our first encounter is a freaking Lugia. I'm gonna try and kill it. Whirlwind? Oh boy, you thought. Catch this bubble. Token, take him down. I cannot believe there's a freaking Lugia. Oh my god. This series is gonna be insane. This series is gonna be absolutely insane. Lugia, get out of here. Yo, shout out to Vinny. Vinny must be so triggered right now. If you guys don't know, my good friend Vinny, he's been dying for a Lugia. And here we are, first encounter on Route 1, getting a freaking Lugia. Let's go. Okay, wow. I really hope we don't encounter the Lugia, because then I'm going to be sad that we wouldn't be able to use it. And also, it would be almost impossible to catch. Like, that's the thing. Even though we're not going to be using these wild Pokemon, it's still nice to randomize it so that way, you know, it adds a bit more difficulty. So there's a Bunnelby. I'm like 99% sure the Bunnelby is static as well. So we're probably not going to be finding Bunnelbys. And also, I wanted to inform you guys, This series is going to be uploaded in 1080p 60. I'm trying to bring the highest quality content for you guys, and I feel like adding that 60 FPS is going to be awesome. Now, there's only one thing about this episode in particular, is that my webcam is not 60 FPS. But I'm very happy to inform you guys that I did purchase the Logitech Brio, and whenever that comes in, which should hopefully be sometime within the next week, we'll be having nice and smooth 60 FPS face cam. So the video is 60 FPS, but only the gameplay and the animations are 60 FPS. Right now, I'm not, as you can clearly see. So it kind of sucks, but I'm telling you guys, once I get the Logitech Brio, this series is gonna be so clean, so clean. Anyways, we just got Pokeballs, so even though we got balls, the Nuzlocke hasn't officially started just yet. We are still going to be catching the first Pokemon on each route and stuff, but if a Pokemon dies, it's not going to be considered dead, because technically we're not even supposed to be using these Pokemon. So hopefully that makes sense to you guys. And, yeah, I just want to get through the forest today. As I said, I probably will cut out some of this. Oh, I thought there was like legendary music playing. Yo, we got a Boldor. Okay. Okay, that's better than a Lugia. I can handle a Boldor. Lugia, not so much. Now we have to try and weaken this thing down, and we have to just hope and pray it gets in the ball. This is gonna be wow. Okay, that did nothing. You see, I would go for the bubble, but I don't know if I want to. Is that gonna kill? If we kill it, then we're gonna be screwed. We're not gonna get an encounter on this route. I'm gonna just throw a ball. I'm gonna throw a ball. It's only level 4. It is only level 4, please. Please get in the ball. You see, this adds a lot more difficulty than if we were just fighting a Scatterbug right now. You know what I'm saying? Please. Yo! Okay, we have our Route 1 encounter. Actually, I think this is Route 2. Route 2 encounter. We got ourselves a Boldor. So obviously, as I said, we're not going to be using this Boldor. We're going to be using it right now, but we're not going to be using it in the grand scheme of things. It's going to be swapped out for something that you guys sent us. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Wow, okay, so we got ourselves a Boldor. When it is healthy, its core sticks out, always facing the same way. It swiftly moves front to back and left to right. This thing is so dope. I'm gonna keep token up front. I probably shouldn't address them by token because they're all token. We're all tokens now. Oh my god. Yo! Oh yeah, I forgot to mention the trainer classes and the, Larvesta, holy crap. The trainer classes are randomized as well. We have a Larvesta. Interesting. Interesting. You know what, Larvesta, you're a cool dude, my dude. You're a cool dude. I love Larvesta and I love Volcarona. Volcarona is one of my favorite 5th gen Pokemon. Alright, so I'm glad we're getting a lot of experience here from these Pokemon. We're definitely gonna have to grind up as much as possible just to make it through this forest. I mean, if we encounter like a freaking Dialga right now, we're gonna be screwed. Honestly, what I think I'm gonna do is I'm gonna try and skip as many trainers as possible. I would rather fight them with the actual Pokemon we're gonna be using, so that way we get some experience that actually matters. So we're gonna try and skip as many trainers as possible. Oh shoot! We got a Power Herb! Okay, I don't know what just happened. The game like froze, and I thought something bad was about to happen. Oh no. Okay, we're good. We're good. I don't know what just happened. But he tried to give us an item. The game froze. He gave us the item and then it unfroze. I did make it so that way the trainers could give you items. I didn't realize it was going to freeze the game like that. If that does happen all the time, we might have to redo the randomizer for the next episode and just exclude that. Ooh, I don't know. I'm really sorry about that. I had no idea that was going to happen. Okay. Alright, so now we have Shauna here. And do you know what's really tripping me out? These graphics are so, like, underwhelming compared to Sun and Moon. I don't even know what it is, man. It's just crazy. Okay, but anyways, this is a new area. I totally forgot. What I was gonna say, though, is the fact that you can only move in 8 directions is kind of tripping me out. So, like, in Sun and Moon, you move in, like, a total... Like, it's totally free roaming with the circle pad. But this game, it's only 8 directions. It feels really choppy. Anyways, we have Sandaloon Forest. So let's write that down in our notes, and we're gonna see what we're gonna get right now. Hopefully we get something good. Then again, it doesn't really matter. Honestly, I would rather something bad. Oh, it's a Rotom. I would rather get something bad. Something easy to catch. You know what I'm saying? There's the ball. Please just get in the ball, Rotom. Please. Oh! Yo, we're having really good luck. Let's go. Alright, so we got Rotom. There we go. Its body is composed of plasma. It is known to infiltrate electronic devices and wreak havoc. I would love to have a Rotom on the team. Honestly, I would. I freaking love Rotom. Unfortunately, though, he's going to be labeled as a token, subject to what you guys send in. So it's kind of cool because in an Egglocke, you guys decide how the lock goes. If you want us to, win, you can send in some powerful Pokemon. If you want us to lose, you can send in absolute trash. You know what I'm saying? So it's totally up to you guys. Now, this trainer is probably gonna... Oh, hang on one second. Bloody Spider. I don't know how to pronounce it. Just the zeros stand out so much. Alright, she's gonna give us a Paralyzed Heal. Also, I should probably mention, in terms of the items, none of them are randomized. So the trainers can give us items, but besides that, the field items are not randomized because I don't think it's possible to randomize field items. Anyways, we're gonna try and skip the trainer right there. We'll see what else we can get in this forest. Nope, I guess we're not gonna see. Rip. Do you have any Pokeballs? No, but you have one, right? Right? Here you go. Thank you, Serena. Look at Serena being helpful. Just seeing a 6th gen or 7th gen game randomized is just so cool. And the fact you have so many options for the Pokemon is crazy. Alright, Tourist Anna. He/she has Nemoga. Honestly, yo, we got a crit! Was that not a crit? Okay, the bubble did not do that much before. I guess we just got a high roll. That was pretty dope. Anyways, I was gonna say, we've gotten really lucky with the encounters so far. We've been able to catch every single one, which is super dope. I thought we were gonna be losing encounters left and right. And if you guys have been following the channel for a while, you'll know that we have not won a Nuzlocke in so freaking long. I've done a lot of Nuzlockes over my time on YouTube, and we have not won in a while. I'm not even sure what the last one we won was. I think... I don't know what, I think it was probably Pokken. We did a Pokken tournament Nuzlocke. I feel like that's the last Nuzlocke we actually won. So I'm crossing my fingers for this one. Hopefully it's not going to be too difficult. Hopefully you guys send in some power. We have a Virizion. What a fitting Pokemon for this forest. Yo, Virizion is so dope, man. I love these randomizers. It's like the combination of the graphics, the variety you have. It's just so good. The last time I did a 6th gen randomizer was the Ore Chain Monologue randomizer. And that was like almost a year ago. And I've never randomized X and Y, so I'm really looking forward to this. Alright, so I'm glad that we got through that pretty quickly. I thought it was going to be a really, really tedious task, but it seems like we were able to get through it within a very reasonable amount of time. Alright, here we go. Route 3. Alright, let's write that down real quick. And the PC is right over there. I can see a little glimpse of the Pokemon Center. Yo, we gotta speed up this text speed. We really gotta speed up this text speed. I'm sorry for the really slow text speed. And obviously with a 6th gen game, there's no speed up. So grinding is gonna be a bit more tedious. And I feel like grinding is gonna be tedious in general. Not just because of the lack of speed up, but also because of the fact that it's randomized. Like trying to grind in randomized patches of grass, it's gonna be a little bit crazy. Anyways, Boulder has an item. So we can take that item and give it a shot here, see what it is. I'm going to go ahead and try and increase the text speed though real quick. Because I really don't want to be stuck here. Yeah, there we go. And we're going to keep it on Switch, by the way. I've always played on Switch. I know Set is a bit more difficult, but I don't think we're going to be, looking for difficulty. I don't think we're going to be having any lack of difficulty, I should say, in this lock. We have an Everstone, which I don't, what does that do again? I don't know what that does. Hold up, let's check out the Everstone. I totally forgot what that does. It could be useful to us. You never know. You never know. You never know. An item to be held by a Pokemon. A Pokemon holding this peculiar stone is prevented from oh, okay, that's what it is. I was gonna say. I always get Everstone and Eviolite confused. Alright, so here's Route 3. First patch of grass. What do we got? What do we got? We got a Gardevoir. Okay. Now, we actually got to go ahead and heal up Token. I just realized Token was about to die. Now, please do not knock me out, Gardevoir. Gardevoir, I know you are nothing but power, but please show some mercy. We're just trying to get to the Pokemon Center, and we're just trying to, catch you in a tiny little confined ball, and then stuff you in a PC box for the rest of your life. I mean, it's no big deal, man. I mean, I get you probably don't want to do that, but, we can't always have it our way. You know what? Life is about giving up some things. You don't... Wow, why? Why I got a double team? Why I got a double team? She heard my speech and she was like, nah, I don't want to do that. Come here, Gardevoir. Get in the tiny little ball. You gotta slow down. Don't get a crit. Okay, we're good. I felt like I had to weaken this thing Honestly, I'm not even sure why. We probably could have caught it without the need of weakening it, but you know what? You know what? This just guarantees us catching it. And if that's the case, then I'm totally down with it. Alright, get in this ball. You won't. Wow, she actually won't. She actually won't. Okay. So we can't weaken her anymore. Or we might be able to, actually. I'm not going to risk it, though. She's in the red. She's only level 5. It should not be that big of a deal, please. Ah, Gardevoir. Oh, no! No, come on. That was just petty. That was just petty. Welp, there goes our Route 3 encounter. There goes our Route 3 encounter. Rip. Coming through. Thanks. Okay. So we managed to skip a lot of the trainers, and here we are at the Pokemon Center. So we're going to be going ahead and... Ugh, wow. Hold up. Actually, we have a few more lines of dialogue here. Oh, hey there, bloody spider. Are you here to get your Pokemon healed too? Pokemon Center sure are great. You can talk to the lady at the counter and have her heal your Pokemon. And give and deposit Pokemon you've caught in that PC. Know how Pokemon are spent PC carry to go? Okay. Yeah, thank goodness for PCs. Thank goodness. Yo, shout out to Bill. Shout out to my boy Bill. Anyways, though, we're going to be ending the gameplay end of this episode right here. I will see you guys in a few seconds. We're going to be swapping over to my desktop, and I'm going to show you guys how to send in eggs for this series. So definitely stay tuned. So yeah, I'll see you guys in a bit. Alright guys, here we are on the desktop, and I'm going to be showing you exactly how to submit a Pokemon for this series. Trust me, it's very, very simple, and if you go down below in the description and download the starter kit that I prepared, you will have a very, very easy time with this. So, without further ado, you want to go ahead and unzip the starter kit. It is titled Everything You Need for the Y Egglocke. Very, very fitting, I know. In order to unzip it, you need either WinRAR or 7-zip. You guys probably already have that. If you don't, I'll include a link to WinRAR down below in the description. Just install it, and then you'll have the option to extract it. So you're going to go ahead and extract the file, and it's going to give you another file that is unzipped. Now, if you go ahead and open this file, it's going to give you the 3 things that you're going to need in order to submit Pokemon for this series. First up, you have the template, which I'll explain in a few. You have PK Hex, which is the software you're going to use to build the Pokemon. And then last but not least, you have a notepad document that pretty much explains everything that I'm about to go over in this little video portion. So, anyways, first up, you're going to go ahead and open the PK Hex software. It's going to go ahead and open up, and then you want to drag the template, the egg template, into PK Hex. Or you can go file open, either way, it works. So you're going to see a Lapras here. Now, before you do anything to this Lapras, make sure to check is egg. If you don't check that, then it's not going to become an egg, and then the entirety of this is going to be screwed up. So make sure is egg is checked. Now, from there, you can open up the notepad document, and it'll tell you everything that you are allowed to change for this LP. Everything else, do not even bother touching. Just keep it the same. So going down the list here, you have gender. If you want to make it male or female, that's totally up to you. You have species. So this is where you choose any Pokemon you would like. Now make sure it's not a Gen 7 Pokemon. Don't type in Rowlet, because that's not going to work. So just make sure you type in a Pokemon that is 6th gen and below. If you're not sure if a Pokemon is 7th gen or 6th gen, make sure to Google it before you send it in, because if you try to send in a Rowlet, it's not going to work. So make sure it's generation 6. We're going to go ahead and make this a Lapras, because why not? Now make sure to set the nickname as well. So you can name it whatever you want, as long as it fits within the space. I'm not sure exactly how many nickname spaces you get. I think it's like 12 or something. So I would definitely try not to go over that, or else your nickname may be cut off. But also make sure to, of course, check the nickname box next to it, or else there will not be a nickname. The next thing you're able to change is the shininess. So if you want it to be shiny, click this little star right there. It'll make it a shiny Pokemon when it comes out. Obviously, that's completely optional. If you don't want it to be shiny, then you don't have to. And if you did accidentally make it shiny when you didn't want it to be shiny, you can go ahead, click re-roll, and it'll unshiny it. Also, one important thing I totally forgot to mention about the species is it needs to be a Pokemon that can be hatched. Don't send me a Pangoro. Don't send me a Heliolisk. It can only be a base Pokemon, or a Pokemon that doesn't evolve at all. So make sure it can be hatched from an egg. Don't send me a legendary. Don't send me a stage 2 or stage 3 Pokemon. If you do that, then your Pokemon will be discarded and it will not be allowed in the Let's Play. So make sure you send in a base Pokemon such as Lapras, or maybe a Oshawott, you know, something of that sort. Something that can be hatched from an egg. Anyways, though, next up, you have nature. You can totally customize the nature whatever you want. If you want it to hinder us, or if you want it to help us, that's totally up to you. If you want to see exactly which nature does what, then I'll include a link down below in the description for that. For the item, you can attach whatever you would like, whether it be a Salt Vest, a Mega Stone, a life orb, leftovers, anything you would like, you can apply here, except anything from Generation 7. Do not put an Adrenaline Orb on there. Do not put a Z Crystal on there because it's not going to work. We're playing Gen 6, alright? So make sure to keep that in mind. Hatch counter, do not touch this, okay? Don't touch it because having this at 0 or 1 is going to make it so that way it hatches instantly. So if you do change this, just don't, alright? Anyways, ability. Now, depending on the Pokemon you chose, it should give you a list of abilities here. Choose whichever one you want. Just make sure you don't give it an illegal ability, but theoretically, if it is on here, it is allowed. The next thing you're allowed to change is on this tab right here. The only thing you should change here is the Pokeball. So if you want to have it in a Master Ball, you can. That's totally cool. Don't change anything here, though, because that will probably screw it up. Next thing you can change are these stats. Specifically, you can edit the IVs and the EVs. So any stats you want to give us, if you don't know what IVs or EVs are, then you can simply just randomize them and leave it at that. You can also choose a specific hidden power if you would like. But yeah, basically this is all up for customization. Next up, we have attacks. Now, attacks are very, very crucial. Make sure you do not screw this up, alright? Attacks can only be level 1 and egg moves. And make sure if you do have an egg move on there, make sure you put it as the relearn move as well. So let me give you a bit of an example here. If we go over to Bulbapedia, and by the way, this tab over here is for people that have Max. I'll link it down below. Theoretically, this is a Pikahex version for Mac, but I'll link it down below if you guys want to give it a shot. Let me know if it does work. Anyways, though, let's go over to Bulbapedia, and you can just search the Pokemon you want to gen here. So we're going to go ahead and type Lapras. Now, in order to check the movesets, you want to scroll down, go to, let's see, go to Moves, and you're going to go ahead and click Generation 6. So once you go to the Generation 6 moveset, you can see the level 1 moves right here. We have Sing, Growl, and Water Gun. And then down here, we have the egg moves. So in terms of your moveset, you can only choose moves that are right here or up here, listed by level 1. So our options are pretty limited, as you can see, and I ended up going for a moveset like this. We have Sing, Growl, Dragon Dance, and then we have Growl, Water Gun, and Sing and Dragon Dance as well for the relearn moves. For the relearn moves, I would just put the moves that you're going to be having as the current moves on there. As long as you put what you have as the current moves, you should be just fine. Now, if you do get rid of, say, Growl from here, it'll probably give you a different kind of message. Let's see, hold up. There we go. You see, it's going to give you an error message there. And then afterward, it'll prompt you for a suggested relearn moveset. If it does prompt you, just say yes, and it should be good to go. Also, do not change the PP ups, because if you do, it's going to be illegal, seeing as an egg can't really be PP upped, so don't do that. Now, moving on to the last tab, do not change anything here. You're just fine keeping this all the same. Just to summarize, make sure this is checked right here. Make sure this is as low as it can go. Don't send me anything from Generation 7. Don't send me a Rowlet, and don't send me an item that is from that game. On top of that, don't change anything that is not listed here. But once you're done editing your Pokemon, once everything is good to go, you want to make sure you go here, go save Pokemon, and then save it to somewhere you'll be able to find it. So like right here. And also make sure not to save it as the Pokemon you're sending in, because I want to be surprised. I'm going to be going through these files, and if you send me, you know, a file that's named the Pokemon that you sent in, then it's not going to be too good. So name it Egg or whatever. You should be good to go there. And then it'll save to your desktop right here. So now you have a PK7 file, and now this is what you want to email to me. Now the email I'll put on screen right now, it is astroidegglock@gmail.com. So send me an email with that included file, and then you should be good to go. If you don't know how to do that, you just go to your email, go to Gmail, go to Compose. You want to send it to astroidegglock@gmail.com. Now for the subject, you can type in anything, just type in Egglocke or whatever. You don't really have to say anything for the message either. Just go to attach file. You want to attach the egg file that you made, and there you go. You're good to go. Hit send, and boom, you've officially submitted your egg for the Egglocke. Now if you do want to submit more than one egg, I really do not mind. As you can see, there you go, it just popped up. So yeah, that's pretty much it. If you do want to send in more than one egg, I really do not mind. I'd say at most, send in 5 eggs. I wouldn't send any more than that because I want to try and, make it as diverse as possible and give as many people a chance as possible. And also, I'd recommend sending in something, unique. Send in something that's going to be different. I would not recommend sending in a bunch of lappers because if we do get a bunch of those, then we're only going to be able to use one, and then a lot of them are going to go to waste due to the dupe's clause. I totally forgot to mention, but the schedule for this series is going to be Monday, Wednesday, Friday, and then maybe we'll upload a few bonus episodes on Sunday, so look forward to that. Also, I think the next episode is going to be up on Wednesday. I might wait until Friday. I haven't quite decided, but look out on Wednesday and Friday for the next episode, and we'll be going on from there. We'll get an official start to this series. But that being said, thank you guys so much for watching. If you enjoyed, hit that like button, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace!